So we didn't quite make the way in yesterday. We done a little bit of shouting. We got filled up, as you can see. Yeah, we got filled up. So we wouldn't have made it to Birmingham, weighed in and got paid all in the same time. So we decided to call it a day and to get back in here. It's now 7 o'clock in the morning, the following day. We've got the load on, we've just got off the bridge. We're gonna get in the pile now, we're gonna get stripping, we're gonna get a non-ferrous pile together. We're gonna go in the shed, weigh all of that in, and we'll show you what we get. I hope you all left your comments guessing what exactly we got, because today we're gonna get a winner. And the only thing I'm left to say is welcome to the Scrap King Diaries. Said it before and I'll say it again. High vis, as always, stay safe. So as you can see, here's my pile from last week. This is what I weighed in last week, and we're just going to add to that pile now. That's Matt's pile. So since we went out shouting and you last seen me on the screen, I've probably added about 150 kilos to 200 kilos in weight. So if necessary, readjust your comments and add on the 150 to 200 kilos onto your guess, just to get you right where you need to be. Right, watch that. Did you not see that just? That came off the fucking top of the pile, mate. It was fucking coming down. I was about to push you out. Right, can we crack on, yeah? Okay, so the first item we've got off, we need to take some cable off. There's also a motor in there, but I'll run that as alley iron because I'm not going to strip it out. Non-ferrous. Yes, let's go, champ. Here we have a barbecue, and a barbecue is light iron. Yes! Washing machine. Motor, non-ferrous, yes. So we've took the cable off this one, we took the big motor out, we leave the small motor because we ain't got time for that. Sayonara, this is my staff, pretty flexible. Steel in the pile. Ah, come on. That was Harry, mate. Well, since my recent promotion to the TATTING, everything just seems a little bit more relaxed, and now I know the life that Harry lives, it's not as hard as he makes out. Light iron. Copper piping. Titanium, and then a nice strip of household cable. I'm roping it, I'm pulling out the f***ing straws here. There's a few of these on as well. Cricket bats. Push chairs, always worth checking with a magnet, because like in this instance, they have an aluminium one, and I know there's a lot of on there, so we'll run that through as alley iron. But it's non-ferrous, yes. Little box of goodies here, let's have a look what we got. Aluminium gearbox casing, non-ferrous, yes. Another bit of casing, aluminium, Magnet's not sticking. We'll add that to the pile. And then some heavy car parts there. Stuff like that would be shearing, but when it comes on a mixed load like this, unfortunately, it's not. Plug socket, multi-socket, again, alley iron on that one. And a couple of random bits of stainless there as well. Lovely times. Two nice good bits of aluminium there and a bit of steel. So again, irony alley, alley iron, whatever you want to call it, on the pile. I love finding stuff like this because you never know what's going to be in them. I'm not going to say there's anything worth looking out for, but again, bingo. Nice bit of aluminium case in there. That'll go on the pile. Let's see what else we've got. Another piece of alley. And the rest just looks like heavy steel car parts. So we'll get them in the pile. Yes. Bike wheels. Aluminium, there's a little bit of steel in the middle. Depending on how clean the wheel is, will depend on whether they'll put that through as steel or whether it'll go as aluminium. We'll put it in the pile because I'm friendly with them in the shed, and hopefully we'll let that one slip through the net, shall we? Toolboxes. We get so many of these, and sometimes it's worth keeping and sometimes not so worth it. Got an old voice there. I'm sure somebody would make use of that, but I don't have the time and storage to sell that on, so that'll go on the pile. And again, a few nuts and bolts there, all to go on the pile. Cooker, no cable on it. I'm sure there'll be someone out there that will tell me, oh, you're missing bits when you're stripping out the cookers and stuff like that. I haven't got time to salvage anything out of a cooker. There's metal casing all the way around, and sometimes it's more effort than it's worth, and you have to weigh up what is worth it and what isn't. And in this instance, with this cooker, it's not worth it. Light iron, yes. Now we have a dishwasher. Cable as standard. Off she goes. And let's eat into the bottom and let's try and get the motor out. One motor, yes. That's all we're going to take out of there. Some people are going to cringe because there is stainless steel inside the dishwashers, but again, the time and the effort that it's going to take to strip that out of there, it's just not worth it for me. I run a proper business and my time is more valued on the outside of this gate than it is on the inside. I hope I haven't offended anybody by not stripping the stainless out of that, because quite frankly, I don't care. Oh, I'll tell you where I'd want to be right now. Hand behind your head like that, just chilling. You know, just like one of 16 holidays a year or something. Actually, where is Harry? In fact, I'm going to phone him. I've not seen him this morning. I want to know where he is. I've got a lot of stuff to strip here, and it's not fair that he sells this great service. So he needs to come and help me, don't he? Let me get my phone. H. Where are you, bro?
Hey!
So I'm in the yard, mate, and I've got a load of stuff that needs stripping here, like, and could do with your help.
So we are on the Ibiza main strip.
You what?
With Ricky T.
Get out!
Yeah, so we're not. There's Mr. Wilshire Skips. So we are and Mr. Budget Tyres. So we are on the Ibiza main strip.
Hey young, let's go tire 7 for 1.
No, thank you, my friend. No, thank you, my friend.
I'll agree. You.
I only go VIP anyway, but don't worry. Listen, it's fine.
Good time.
We're gonna have to go to a nightclub on the way back. Anyway, look, long story short,
what are we doing?
we're not at work. We're flying, and we're just f***ing full blast. Where are we going? Pasha nightclub. Rich is totally.
I ain't got time for this, mate. I gotta go. See you later. Try. Would you believe it? Guess where he is? Ibiza, living it up. What a melon! Ooh, Nice bit of cable there, given off a customer. We didn't have to pay for it either, so that was an extra bonus. I ended up picking a washing machine up for this guy, and he says, being as you've picked that up for me, mate, I'll sort you out a bit of cable. Hold fire, and true and behold, 5 minutes later he came out with this nice little pile of cable. Bonus round unlocked. I think I mentioned on a previous video about these scooters and about them being iron alley. It's always worth checking. As you can see, the stem there is steel and the base is alley. So there's a nice bit of irony there. And again, same with this one. I don't need to check it with a magnet because I can tell by looking. We've got aluminium again on this one. So there's a nice bit of irony there too. Did I test that scooter before I threw it? No. Josh, don't get jealous, mate. I'm going on your pink scooter. I'm only having a little go, all right? I bet you ain't got one of these, have you, mate?
Oh, what?
I bet you got one of these.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah? Are you ready for our challenge?
Yeah, I've got one there, son.
Have you?
Yeah.
Are you ready for it? Yeah, get it, come on. Come on, bro. He wants beef, he wants scooter beef, does he? So as you know, in a few weeks, we've got a challenge on. We're going out scrapping together, but until then, challenge on. We've got touch back wheels.
Yes,
Let's go, brother. And he marks.
Get set.
Set, go! Both feet on, roll! Whoa! Come on! I'm back. I'm the winner! Get used to that, me winning, all right? All this messing around. I've got work to do, I've got places to be today, let's go. I really liked that when I put it on the van, but I'm not so keen anymore. And if you ever fancy turning up the heat a little bit, then get your tools out, strip this, because there's a load of copper and brass in there. Non-ferrous. Yes. Sinking to new levels now, aren't I? Vic, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, boy. Hello, chicken nugget. Vic, who's the best scrap man in Nuneaton and Bedworth? Who's the best? Is it me the best or you're the best? You're the best. Ah, give me that. Give me that tenner back. Since they've gone to Ibiza, they've literally opened up the floodgates, haven't they? I mean, I'm so witty, aren't I? Tumble dryer filter, aluminium, old rolled, lovely. I hope Richard's all right, mate, I really do. Devastated seeing him cry like that in the office and that, and going to HR and talking about bullying, and I hope you're all right, Rich. I was reading one of the old Daily Mails the other day as well, but that's another story. Vic, come here, man. This is your chance to get famous now, yeah? Say something good to the camera. Say something interesting. There you go. Perfect, Vic, perfect. Harry will just rip that out with his hands, no problem. Any of you that have already commented your guesses, now you're seeing where we're at, does anyone want to change their guess? Because if you do, straight back in the comments. How'd you find it when Harry and Rich had in the yard, mate? Honest. Beautiful. Irony on that one. Tumble dryer. If you open up this flap, take out the filter, nice bit of old rolled there, cable off the back. There you go, one motor out of the tumble dryer. Yes. So if you remember in the last episode, we talked about this and how it looks like copper. So we're not going to throw this at the back of the pile. We're going to see who comes and scavenges for it. Copper. It's the thing with running your own business, you've got no one to complain to. Dishwasher motor, non-ferrous, yes. And just a quick comment for the guy in one of the older videos that said that he loves me. I love you too, bud. That's it, no questions, I love you too. Couple of copper alley rads there, taken out of that condenser dryer. It's always worth checking for these. I don't all have them, but when they do, lovely times. So me lads. So you'll notice there's a few bits of plastic in the pile there. That's been accounted for already because it's the bits that we've smashed off the bottom of tumble dryers and stuff like that. And as you can see, there's no soil, no excessive glass or anything like that, which is why they look after me here. So we've got all of the metal off the van at the moment. I'm just going to move forward a little bit, get a couple of tools, and we'll have a little strip through this, salvage what we can from there, then we'll get in the shed and weigh off our non-ferrous. Old industrial sewing machine here, got a big old motor here, so we're not going to let that one go, we're going to get that one off, we'll get this in the pile, and then that's the start to our non-ferrous. As I say, we'll strip through them few little bits of non-ferrous that we've got there, we'll get in the shed, and we'll see who was right with the guesses. My guess at this stage, and we'll see how close we get, my guess is £420 in Great British Sterling. I need more tools. Vic, you got a scrapping license?
Yes.
Show me. Now if he comes back with a license, he's going to look good, isn't it? What do you reckon?
It's the carrier.
Oh.
It's the license. It's the business insurance, the van. It's not have the business insurance.
You got proper.
Take the police.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got proper insurance as well.
Yes.
See, I believe him, you know, because he's got his scrap metal collector's license there, and he's got his waste carrier certificate there as well.
It's too many people. It's no pay for tax for nothing. No have insurance, no have license, no have nothing.
There you go, representing his country, fully licensed, and he might as well represent the yard today. Well done, Vic.
Thank you.
Good man.
Thank you.
Well, I made a bit of a meal of that, getting that off, but good 10, 12 kilos of motor there. Always worth doing on the big stuff like that. Now, it might look like we're finished, but we're not quite finished. And as you can see, this pile here, as you can see, we've just got to go through that, take the plugs off and stuff like that off the cable, just to make it a higher grade. And there's a couple of other bits like the boiler there where we need to take a little bit of brass and a little bit of copper out of there. So we'll get on with that now. I don't think I could ever say, as you can see now, without repeating it. You done me dirty. Look at that, guys. Just looks like a bog standard piece of metal. But when you take a grinder to it, it's not just a piece of metal. It's a nice heavy piece of brass, that is. Again, nice bit of non-ferrous there, so yes. Get me grinder. Not just a grinder, pair of polarised eye protection glasses too. So not all boilers are laced in brass. As you can see, we've got 925 silver there, so we can get a lot of money for that one. Yes. That was a lie. People in the comments will be like, that weren't f***ing silver, mate. Do you know what I mean? Can be long and tedious, these boilers can, but they're very worth it, and I'll show you why in a minute. So if we look at this here, guys, this item here is a lead wash rad, and they can be quite valuable. I mean, just for that piece alone, they can give you anything from £15 to £25, so it's definitely worth doing that one. And there you go, a lead wash radiator. We'll see what we get for that. Lovely. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, this one is turning out to be a lot more fiddly than what I hoped. And again, I don't want to waste the next 20 minutes trying to get like 4 or 5 quid's worth of brass off there. My time's more valuable for that. My truck earns me £150 an hour. So in this instance, I'm going to be generous. Watch this. Vic, you want this boiler, mate? You want it? Yeah? Look at the face on him.
Thank you.
Hey. As I say, guys, you just have to weigh it up, you know. I need to be out there earning money and not in here stripping little bits and bobs to get an extra 10 or 20 quid. So just bear that in mind. Not for everybody, but I'm sure some of you can relate to that. I also know that Rich likes a good old bit of grinder as well, but that's another story. I'm in a bit of a mess here with all these tools, aren't I? Brake disc, said it on a previous episode. Yes, they are steel, but they're a special steel, and you get a bit of non-ferrous for them. Aluminium, and a battery. Not one that's going to cause a fire in the yard either. Because the last one I threw in... Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay, so if we look down here, this is our household cable. All the plugs have been cut off there, so we should get a better grade for that. Here's our washing machine and tumble dryer motors, along with our sewing machine motor. We've got the lead wash rad. We've got 2 alley copper rads there. We've got a little bit of stainless there, a couple of bits in the seat as well. In here we've got copper, brazier and brass. There's not that much, but there's a bit there and it's always worth weighing in. I'll separate that when we get in there. This pole there is old rolled aluminium. We've got a couple of brake discs there. And our irony is all there. So it's iron mixed with steel and amongst other bits, but that's our irony pile. There's a couple of fridge motors that I was given there and a battery there. Right, that's us done. Let's get in the shed. Let's go and weigh this non-ferrous in and we'll let you guys know some totals. Lovely times. Scrapyard! Scrapyard! Oh, so you want a job? Going in the shed, bro, yeah? Oh. So we've just come into the shed and our poles are here. We're going to start getting them onto the small scales now. We'll get our weights up the top there. We'll get the stuff in the bins and we'll see what we got. So looking up at the scales there, we've got 27 kilos of household cable. Motors, we'll put this one on first. It's a lot more than what I thought. 21 kilos on that one. Wait a sec, Lou. There's our motors, 62 kilos. Steel one. Not even with a copper in. So after further inspection, it's actually not lead, it's a steel outer on this one. So unfortunately, this isn't going to be as worth what I said it was when we was out in the yard. But it still goes in as an electric motor, so there's still some extra money there. Bonus. 4 kilos, alley copper rads. Stainless steel, 12 kilos. I'm sure some of you was guessing out loud then. 81 kilos, Irony Alley. So there's your old rolled, 22 kilos. 2 brake discs weighing in at 16 kilos. 29 kilos of clean copper there. Unfortunately, it's settled on 1 kilo. I've got a bit of bravery there at 2 kilos. So that concludes our non-ferrous weigh-in. We're going to go back round to the bridge now. We're going to get our weight, get our ticket, and let you guys know exactly how much we've earned, including the load from the other day out of 1 day's madness scrapping. Now we're about to find out whether or not it was all worth it. We've got Lee on the window today, so we're going to get better prices. So I've got an account with these guys, and it's all through my registration on my van. So they see my registration, they can bring up my account, and then they pay me on the same day for everything that I've weighed in. So later on this evening, between 5 and 6 p.m. this evening, my money will be in, and yeah, that's how it all works. Lovely times. Thank you, bro. See you soon. Okay, so we'll give you a quick run through of what we've got there. So in total, you'll be quite impressed to know that we got... Whoa, 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 whoa! Let's just stop right there. So we've had plenty of guesses in the comments, absolutely loads of guesses in the comments, but we added some weight since, and it's only fair that we're going to run this over till next week because there's lots of guesses, but a lot of people were guessing what we originally had on there. But if you take a look at the image that's now been cropped in, then you'll see that there is a little bit more on there. So get your comments back in the comments on this video, and next Sunday 100% we're going to reveal our winner. 100% we're going to have a winner. Yeah, boy! Well, there we go. That concludes another episode of Scrap King Diaries. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And don't forget, we've got that competition coming up in the next couple of weeks where I'll be going out with one of the boys. Wastemans will be going out with one of the boys. Again, drop in the comments. Do you want Rich to come with me or do you want Harry to come with me? Drop it in the comments, and whatever you say goes at the end of the day. But there we go. That's another episode. I hope we've given you a great insight of a day in the life of a legal scrap man. As always, enjoy your day, guys. So, since off, you're gonna have me with that, ain't you? And just a quick guide for the so we've got all of the metal off the load at the, you got loads on me here, ain't you?